I am a victim of Vegas. That doesn't look good. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've returned to the mothership. Vegas, baby! Time zones suck. So I'm here in Vegas with my mom to see Carrie Underwood. I mean, technically my body is here in Vegas, but my brain, I feel like my brain is, you know, at the end of every episode of In the Night Garden when the narrator is like, good night, Iggle Piggle, and Iggle Piggle is standing there with his blankie ready for bed. My brain is Iggle Piggle right now. And honestly, I kind of feel like that analogy alone just sums up my current mental state. I was up at 1:30 a.m. today, yesterday, many moons ago. We had to fly from Gatwick, so it was a 6-hour drive to Gatwick to then have a 10-hour flight to Vegas. So start to finish, it was like a 21-hour travel journey. And by the time we got to our hotel room, it was like 11:30 at night UK time, so it truly was bedtime, like the second bedtime. I should be asleep now for the second time, and I haven't slept any times, and that's why I look like this. I was so dazed rocking up to the hotel, like the music was blaring, the lights were flashing. I was like, who am I, where am I, is this a different planet? The woman asked me to put my chip and pin in the card reader when we checked in, and I almost burst into tears because I was so exhausted I couldn't remember how numbers worked. I've never been the kind of person who can like thrive or even just marginally pull it together when she has not had enough sleep. I don't know how people do that. I cannot relate. I feel like I've been hit by a truck. And then I had a little nap for like 40 minutes, and then I thought, girl, you gotta get up because otherwise the jet lag is gonna sink its claws in. So I jumped in the shower, but I hadn't put my contact lenses in yet, and I thought, oh, I'll just shave my legs while I'm in here, but I couldn't see because I didn't have the contacts in, and I didn't realize until after I'd already like dried off, put my contacts in. I looked down at the floor, a trail of blood. Bloody footprints up and down the bathroom because I had sliced and diced my legs, plural, not just one, both, in multiple places, and I've been dripping that all over the floor like something out of Halloween Horror Nights, truly. So I've mopped that up and I've bandaged myself up and I'm ready for Vegas. Well, we won't be retiring on tonight's winnings. Been awake since 4. Like right now, sleep feels like an experience I had once in a previous life. My alarm doesn't go for another hour. It's like 7 a.m. now. Part of me is like, should I try and go back to sleep for just 1 more hour? But the more I lay there, the more I'm just getting irritated. You know, like when you know you need to sleep, and the more you need to sleep, the less you can sleep. That's where we're at. That's where we are. Last night was wild. Not as in like I was out doing anything wild. It's not like I was up dancing on the tables, a coyote ugly or anything. But just in terms of like, I feel Vegas is a very strange place. You see the pictures of it, you see it on TV. It looks like that. Like the fake Statue of Liberty and the fake Eiffel Tower and fake everything. Wild, weird. Music is playing outside, blasting. What's happening? So it's exactly as I expected, but also it is a bit weird to see in real life. But I don't know how much of that also is just the sleep deprivation, because obviously like when you're really tired you get to a point where nothing feels real. But then Vegas is kind of weird anyway, so it's like being, I imagine what being on acid would be like. It's like hopping into a Lewis Carroll novel. So far so good. I had a really good slice of pizza last night at New York, New York. By the way, we are staying at Excalibur, which is the big castle-y one. It's fine. I mean, we hung out at the bar last night for like half an hour and then went to the casino and realized we really don't know how that works. So I need coffee, preferably inserted directly into my veins. This is what happens when insomnia meets jet lag. It's not pretty, but we're gonna make the most of it today. Do a little bit of shopping, do a little bit of wandering around, see what there's to see. We're trying to catch the bus. It's not going well. We can't find the bus.
Sun is shining bright, feeling good tonight. Laughing with my friends, hoping it never ends.
Vegas is not for the directionally challenged, aka me. We just keep getting lost. I mean, these hotels are so big. We just spent like a good 25 minutes lost in a casino. And in the end, my mom was like, should we just sit down and gamble? Because there's no way we can leave. By the way, we're just stuck here now.
Hearts filled with emotion.
So we went shopping, purchased a few things. I can't remember what I came back to this room for. So as a British person, I am aware that everything in America is just enormous in general. I don't know, man, Vegas just seems to take the cake. Even just wandering around that mall, it felt like it was never going to end. I don't think we even walked from one end to the other. I've done like 13,000 steps today. Just like walking to breakfast and then doing some shopping. I'm not even walking to breakfast. We caught the best of the hotel. I'm just saying walking from the outside of the hotel to the breakfast place, restaurant. There are words. There are words, but they don't exist to me personally right now because I am too exhausted to form a sentence. But I'm having fun. Vegas is wild. Absolutely making the most of every second because we're not here for long. So it's like go, 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 shop, shop, shop. No, I'm done with shopping now, although we are going to Fremont Street tonight. I don't know if there are going to be any more shops there, probably. Anyway, passport is grabbed. Time to head down. There is no time for rest. Originally booked to stay over there at the Golden Nugget, which is on Fremont Street, and someone said, oh, it might be a little noisy there. Can you even hear me right now? But they give you free earplugs. They give you free earplugs. What grade of earplugs are they using that would cancel out this noise? I'm so glad we changed. $9 for Starbucks here. Did you know that? Nobody warned me. So we got up at 5 this morning because we're going to the Grand Canyon. Apparently it's a little bit of a drive. Caffeine was very necessary. Feeling good though. I slept much better last night. And I'm kind of used to waking up at 5. So it's really, it's not that bad. Not like top of my bucket list for things to do when I'm on holiday, waking up at 5. But I guess my body's used to it at this point, so it's not that bad.
He was tasked with finding a wagon road from Albuquerque to California.
Made it. don't think that I can possibly express to you how good it feels to climb into this bed right now. We went to the Grand Canyon today. The bus picked us up at 6 a.m. and dropped us back off at the hotel at like 10:15 at night. It was an incredible day. Like, I know that the photos and the videos that I took will never do justice to what I saw with my eyes, because truly, what a wonder of nature. It was stunning, it was breathtaking, it was awe-inspiring. It was all the things that you want out of the Grand Canyon, I guess. I had a really lovely day, and even just having a bit of a wander around the national park too. Bought myself some little souvenirs, just really enjoyed the whole experience of it. Except I feel like this trip was really reinforced something that I learned back when I was working at summer camp in Maine like 10 years ago, which is Americans have a very different perception of far than British people. Like, the fact that one of the top things to do when in Las Vegas is visit the Grand Canyon, and there are all these like places along the strip selling the tours to the Grand Canyon, like everyone's talking about the Grand Canyon, it would lead you into a false sense of security that the Grand Canyon is therefore, like, I don't know, close to Vegas. It's not even in Nevada, it's in Arizona. And if you're like, girl, you should have known that, that's so stupid you didn't know that. Geography is not my top subject. I mean, we drove many hundreds of miles today. It was really nice because we got to stop off at a few points along the way. And the only shame was that because it was a bus tour and because we were going so freaking far to the edges of the earth, it felt like, when we did our little stops, we could only stop for like 15 or 20 minutes at a time. And I just thought, what a really lovely place it would have been to rent a car and drive to and stop off at these little diners and little towns along the way of what used to be Route 66. That would be lovely. Not that what I did wasn't lovely, I did really enjoy it, but I just think if you are watching this and you live within driving distance of the Grand Canyon, 10 out of 10 recommend driving. Oh, such a nice day. It was so good. I am so tired. Bed is incredible. I'm having such a nice holiday. Good morning, friends. I'm just getting ready for the day. I haven't had my coffee yet, so you have to give me a little bit of leniency with how chipper I'm capable of being, as well as how much sense I make. My brain has not been activated by caffeine yet. So we got to our hotel at like, I think 3 p.m. on Sunday. It is currently about 7:30 in the morning on Wednesday. This right here, this moment you are seeing, is the first time that I have not been actively doing something or rushing to go actively do something. It's been such a busy trip. I mean, I knew there would be a lot to see, and we're only here for a few days, so I knew we were gonna have to like cram it in, but I didn't think it was gonna be quite so intense. So we truly have been going and going and going and going non-stop to try and maximize our trip and like get everything done that we want to do, because I will be leaving tomorrow. It feels like I just got here. It feels like I just got here and I'm already leaving for LA tomorrow. Originally, I was going to have an extra day in Vegas, but I got invited to an event it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity for me. And since I was already so close, I was like, I'm gonna fly a day earlier and go to the event. But it does mean like a day less, so we're packing more things into less time, which is okay. At this point, I feel like we've pretty much done everything that we wanted to do, other than the obvious. Carrie Underwood, she's tonight. So we're gonna have a pretty chilled day today, which is very welcome. And then we're gonna go for drinks at Vanderpump Garden tonight, because I'm a big Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fan. The ultimate consumer, like if you stick Lisa Vanderpump's name on something, I will go. And then we're gonna go see Carrie Underwood. Okay, so that whiskey just absolutely knocked me on my butt. You're gonna sit right here. That's not ideal, but it's what we're working with. I knew that this was going to be strong because this is not my first time in the States. I know that they free pour. I know that the whiskey is strong, but like I didn't think it was gonna hit me this hard. Look at me. Look at me. I'm drunk. I'm drunk. I mean, the good thing is it's Las Vegas. It's not like I'm the only person who's drunk in the middle of the day. But yeah, if anyone's keeping track, it literally just takes me one whiskey now to be drunk. So that's great. In other news, I'm gonna get ready to go see Carrie Underwood. So I need to sober myself up. I am a victim of Vegas. I feel like I've really been through something. As we were heading out of our hotel, the guys who do the striptease show in our hotel were there. They're always taking photos with people. My mum pushes me forward and is like, she'll take pictures with you. My actual worst nightmare. Like, I can't express to you how uncomfortable I was. And if it had not been for the fact that the photos were $38 each, I would have bought one just so you could see how much it looked like a freaking hostage situation, because I was trying to smile but my eyes were doing this. Look, if there were any doubts that Carrie Underwood was gonna be amazing tonight, I can put those fears to rest because she was incredible. Just as I'm kind of getting into the Vegas flow, it's time to leave, which is a shame, and I would like to stay longer, but hey, LA is calling. Today's the day I fly to LA. I'm flying first class. Only this is a 40-minute flight, and so it was only an extra £50. I'm going to an influencer event in Beverly Hills tonight. I don't belong there, but I'm going. Speaking of not belonging, I booked a first class flight to LA because it was only like an extra £50 because it's such a short flight. And I was like, this might be my only opportunity to ever be that fancy, so I'm running with it. Right now I'm trying to find the lounge. I've just been walking around, up and down, up and down. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, so it turns out that Alaska Air passengers are not allowed in the lounge, which I guess checks out. Because it was very cheap, first class ticket. So I went and I got myself another Starbucks. My body is made up of probably 75% Starbucks coffee at this point. So I'm going to stay with my friend Lindsay in LA, who I've never actually met in person, but we've been online friends for years at this point. She runs this event in LA called Mashup LA, and that's the reason why I'm going to LA a day early, is so that I can go to the event. I did leave my mom in Vegas. She's still here. She's flying home tomorrow. She'll be fine. So I'm here with Lindsay. Hi. My not new friend, but we just met in person today. And she put on this incredible event, Mashup LA, and we're gonna have the best time. Yeah, come on. Hey. Somewhere along the way, I acquired this hat, and now I've become extremely attached to it. I love that hat! Hey friends, I'm soaking up the California sunshine, and we're on a little walk. Lindsay is showing me all her favorite places around her house,
and we're by the water, which is my favorite. So we're gonna see if we can see any sea lions. Yeah. Sea lions?
Yeah, sea lions.
Fingers crossed.
I'm ready to go. We are going to Sir tonight, which is one of Lisa Vanderpump's restaurants, and it's going to be like stepping into my TV. You know how Dora the Explorer like hops into a book? That's going to be me into Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant. So we're in Disneyland. I've got my Starbucks. I'm officially the happiest girl in the world. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've returned to the mothership. I'm beginning to look a little bit disheveled. It is very hot. But now I have my Dole Whip, which is like a reward. A reward for what? I don't know, I'm on holiday. But I've walked a lot of steps today. So I feel like this Dole Whip is earned. So you must excuse the absolute state of me right now. I went for a little bit of a walk earlier and then I sat outside in the California heat and I'm disheveled. But I am having such a lovely time on this trip. It's wild, like time has started to lose all meaning. I don't know if that's the jet lag or whatever, but it feels like Vegas was forever ago. When really it was only, today's Monday, I flew on Thursday. It's not that long. It's like the time is simultaneously going by really quickly because I'm enjoying myself, but it also feels like I've been here a long time. Does that make any sense? I don't think that makes any sense. Anyway, Disney yesterday. Oh, what a time. I love Disney. I am happiest when I am at Disneyland, which makes absolutely zero sense because I have a lot of social anxiety and I don't like crowds. I hate to queue. I'm not a big fan of loud noises, but put it in mouse ears and I'm all over it. I'm really glad, this is gonna sound maybe a little bit mean, but I'm glad that I got to go at Halloween and I got a cute little picture of me by the big Mickey pumpkin, and I'm really pleased with that because I had one of those before a few years ago, but it was with Cody, my ex-fiance, and it's a cute picture and all, but I want to put a picture of me and my ex-fiance like up in my parents' house. But I want them to have that picture of me. Like they're starting to put up like pictures of us all, and I want mine to be me in the pumpkin. So I'm glad I got to take another one of those. Speak of the devil, which is not to say that he is the devil, he is in fact a very lovely man. I'm gonna be seeing Cody like the day after tomorrow. Look, if you know, you know, and if you know and you know, then maybe you're agog and aghast and screaming through your screen right now at this information that I'm giving you, but I'm gonna meet up with him. I am, and I can't hear you screaming, so it doesn't count. Don't freak out, don't read too much into this. I'm not reuniting with a past love. It's just that since I'm already in LA and he lives so close, I thought that I would just let him know. And you know, he and I, it's not like we're best buds and we hang out all the time, obviously, because we live on different continents, but we are amicable. Every now and then we'll chat. I think this is the closest thing I've ever had to being friends with an ex, because I have no ill will towards him and I think he's a great guy. I feel like I haven't had much of a chance on this trip to actually sit down and chat with you. It's been non-stop, very busy, lots of sightseeing, lots of things, which is great for me, from my personal perspective, but probably a little bit erratic as a viewer. So this evening, one of Lindsay's friends is going to come over and we're either going to paint pumpkins or make vision boards, and I'm a huge fan of either of those options. Really looking forward to that. And then tomorrow, Lindsay got us on the guest list to see Dancing with the Stars, which is essentially like the American Strictly Come Dancing. And get this, it's Disney week, just when you think she hasn't had enough Disney magic in her life. And then Wednesday I will be hanging out with Cody, and then Thursday I'm going home. It's like a blur. We are on our way to Dancing with the Stars, yay! Although I do have a slight issue. When we were at Disneyland the other day, I felt like I'd been bitten by something, which is not, you know, out of the ordinary. And then it was really irritating me yesterday.
Left turn.
And today I woke up and I was like, oh, that doesn't look right. Like, do you see that? That doesn't look good. That's very bruised. Lindsay said maybe it could be a spider because it doesn't look like a mosquito bite, and it's not itchy like a mosquito bite, and we don't have bitey spiders where I'm from, so I don't know.
Yeah, we do have them here, but hopefully it's not a bad one.
Hopefully not, but nothing can bring me down because we're going to Dancing with the Stars.
Please find your seats. If you can hear my voice and you are not in the ballroom, please find your seats. I need everybody. You should be so loud that the person in front of you turns around and gets mad at you.
Another day in the sunshine. Okay, so as I get my shoes on and get myself together, let me tell you about Dancing with the Stars last night. This angle is horrible. Maybe I'll just sit on the floor. That's no better. I don't know. I'm not grabbing my tripod out. You know the deal. I'll put my camera on anything but a tripod. Anyway, Dancing with the Stars. So much fun. There are so many adverts. When I watch Strictly, obviously there's no adverts because it's on the BBC. The BBC doesn't have any adverts. But even if you watch something on one of the other channels, you get adverts every 15 minutes. This was adverts every 5 minutes. I was like, how did anyone watch anything under these conditions? Like, no wonder so many people subscribe to Netflix and Amazon Prime. Adverts every 5 minutes. Every time someone did a dance, we'd have adverts. Dance, adverts, dance, adverts. I would never watch anything. I would never watch anything. But it was really good. It was really fun. And then afterwards, since Lindsay is a journalist and that's why we were there, she got to interview some of the celebrities. I didn't know any of them except for Phaedra Parks from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I wanted to talk to her and be like, I love you, Phaedra, but I didn't because that would be weird. Keeping a handle on those intrusive thoughts. Good for me. Speaking of intrusive thoughts, I'm about to go meet Cody. I don't know why that's speaking of intrusive thoughts. I guess because my brain is like doing this right now, but that's less because I'm about to meet him and more because I just finished a really big cup of coffee. I'm guessing I won't vlog. Whatever, I think we're just gonna go like get coffee, get lunch, whatever. I don't think I'm gonna vlog that because I know he loved to be in my vlogs when we were together, but it's kind of weird now. I think this whole thing is weird. Now that I'm here in this moment, it's weird. It didn't seem weird up until right now, and now it is weird. Okay, that's fine. Also, someone at the Mashup LA event recommended that I download this app called Time Shifter. It's for jet lag because I felt so rough on the way here, and it's even worse going back because traveling east, the jet lag is always worse. So I downloaded this app and it tells you what time to wake up, what time to go to bed, what time to drink coffee, what time to avoid light. So I got up at 5 this morning. It's having me wake up at 4 tomorrow, and I'm hoping that will help. But I don't know because I get insomnia anyway, so it could go either way. Anyway, I'm just rambling now, waiting for him to get here. He flew from San Jose, so there's that. Okay, I'll let you know how it goes. My jet lag app had me up at 4 AM this morning. That's fun. Anyway, yesterday went really well. It wasn't weird. No need to be nervous. We had a really nice time. It was just nice to be able to like see him again and just chat like friends. because as much as obviously we were engaged, we were really good friends also. I feel like that's kind of a prerequisite, right? To being engaged, you actually have to like the person. It was a really positive, and I'm glad that we did that. I'm glad that I went. It did give me like a lot of closure, and it felt like a full circle moment. And I just, yeah, not that I had unhealed wounds. I feel like my wounds were pretty much healed. It was just, it was a nice bonus on top of already healing. Does that make sense? So it is coming up on 7 a.m. and the sun is still not rising. I want to walk over to Starbucks to get coffee because according to the jet lag app, I only have 1 hour left of my safe coffee window. So I want to get over there and like get a coffee, but I don't want to walk in the dark. So the sun should be up within the next kind of 15 minutes. I'm going to get my butt over to Starbucks. We're going to grab a coffee. And I don't even think I'm gonna like do anything to my face because I'm gonna be flying like later. What's the point? This side of my hair is a complete disaster, so maybe we'll just tuck that up out the way. I can't believe it's already time to go home. It's been really nice to spend some time with Lindsay and to actually meet her in person, because I don't know if I mentioned this. I have no idea what I've said all in all in this vlog. It's probably gonna be like 4 hours long, I don't know. But I remember if I already told you, like I've never met Lindsay in person before coming here to stay with her. We met on Instagram. I was going through my breakup with Cody. She had also just called off an engagement, so we had that in common. And then she interviewed me for her podcast, Dose of Bliss, and we've just been friends ever since then. Always nice when you meet an online friend and then you go and stay with them and they don't turn out to be a serial killer. That is like icing on the cake. But yeah, she's really lovely and fun and just so nice. Anyway, I can see the sun is starting to come up, so it's time for coffee.